Over the last year, I've struggled to get my fire back. It probably has been more than just the last year. It may be maybe even the last 5 to 10 years. I don't really know what happened. I talk to my sister about this a lot, and we both wonder, where did we go? Where did the old us go? We used to be so happy, so focused on projects and serving and things we love. And now we seem to be focused on pain and disappointment and discouragement. What happened? Is it God? Is it us? Is it we don't have faith? And I've read a million books on midlife, on reigniting your life, books on finding your happiness, and of course reading the Bible and a million podcasts, prayer. And it's a very difficult thing to understand. I talk to people my age going through the same stuff. I was just reading an email from a friend, and he was saying how his wife is struggling with one of their sons either leaving the faith or something. He just said, our prodigal son, and how depressing that was to his wife, how she didn't want to even play the piano or sing anymore. And I've experienced that. I'm dealing with that. I talk to my friends about that. One of my other friends, he's also at midlife in his 40s, 50s, and they're dealing with empty nest stuff. Another one of my friends lost his wife a few years ago, and now he doesn't know what to do for income and money. Another friend of Rochelle's, she has, I think, 2 kids in their early 20s, and neither of them wants to work, and they don't know what to do with school or after school or if to go to school, all the usual suspects. Things that affect us as parents and as men and women who have a lot still in the tank, but we're facing all kinds of stuff. And then you deal with our own health stuff. I'm beginning to notice that I don't heal as quickly, that things just suddenly happen. And I'm thinking, is this the beginning of me going to the doctor every week like my parents and my grandparents used to? Wow, that happened quickly, right? How do you catch a break? How do you get your fire back? How do you go back to your joy, the things that you love to do, to travel and sing and serve your neighbors and have hope, not be so hopeless? And of course, counseling and medication, and of course, Jesus, your faith, of course, all that stuff helps. I do all those things, but sometimes I just need to talk. And you know who really helps me the most sometimes? Is my own sister. My own sister, who deals with the same stuff that I'm dealing with. We are obviously family, same gene pool. Our kids deal with similar stuff, blah, blah, blah. And at first, we didn't know we had so much in common. And now in the last few years, we've realized how much we need each other. It's kind of like we have our own little mastermind or counseling session or coaching session every couple of days when I text her. And we'll sometimes do a Facebook, what do you call that? I guess video, and sometimes we just text. Sometimes she sends me voice memos, and she listens to my podcast. So hello, sister, if you're listening to this, thank you. And I've realized, or I've found, that helps me the most, even though I have so many other things, because not everyone likes to talk. I do. I don't think my sister likes to, quote, share as much, but I think we've realized or found kind of a rhythm. Not everyone likes to talk. Not everyone likes to share their stuff, their problems. I do. Others don't. It's okay. I think no matter what works for you, it's important to have an avenue, an out, to not suffer in silence, to not cry alone. I wrote a song. You can check it out on iTunes. Just type in David Trigg, and it's called Don't Cry Alone. And it was all about that. I wrote it back in 2010, so 15, 16 years ago, about the same thing of not crying in silence, to not cry alone, to not suffer in silence. We all suffer, but you have a choice to suffer with Jesus or without, with others or without, with help or without, on your own or with others. I don't think there's a right or wrong, but it definitely helps to know that you have someone to talk to. Not to fix you, not to give you the perfect advice, but just to maybe give you one more day, one more thought, one more chance. Sometimes I just need to hear from my sister, this is normal. And man, that just heals me. Sometimes what she needs to hear from me is, hey, here's this thing I'm going to do so I can help you. Here's some information. Other people need tips. Other people need ChatGPT. Other people need to just be left alone. And so there's no right or wrong way. But as I've been dealing with this stuff myself and also learning and talking to friends, I had a friend who told me he's in his late 20s, and he said, hey, David, you should really offer this as a service to other people. He's in his, as I said, his late 20s, and he's going to be married soon, and he just wants to talk sometimes, and we don't have a lot in common, you could say, but he always says how great it is that a male, my age, Hispanic, bilingual, living in this country, can talk so openly about these topics of fear and worry and loneliness and how to manage all that and have your faith and all these things. And so he's always encouraging me to share. So I thought about that, and I've done this before, but I wanted to do something new this fall. So starting right now here in July, I'm going to open up a mastermind, basically just a class, to share and to talk about getting your fire back. And that's what I'm calling it. Get your fire back. Get your fire back. Get your gozo back. We could call it the same thing. Get your mojo back. And because, hey, one thing I can say is you're not done yet, baby. Life is not over for you. Stop thinking that you're dying, that you only have a year left, that you're not going to make it past your 50s, that you're not going to get to your mom's and your dad's age, that life is over. I know it feels that way, but it isn't the truth. And guess what? Your kids need you. And even more than that, God needs you and the kingdom needs you. And more than that, your own happiness needs you. God wants you to find your way and get your fire back. The Bible says, fan into flame that gift that is in you. And that fanning into flame is what I call get your fire back. Get your gozo back. It's still there. It's just buried underneath all these concerns and issues. And I want to open this mastermind, this class, to anyone who wants to join and to work together, to share what I know from my years of experience. I'm a wounded healer. I'm not a prophet, a priest. I'm a pastor, yes, but I'm not coming in as a know-it-all or as a therapist. I'm none of those things, but as a fellow traveler who's on the journey with you. And maybe I'm one step ahead, maybe I'm 2 steps behind. And you might encourage me, but I provide the place, the safety, the structure. It's going to be via Zoom, or maybe it'll be on Messenger. It'll be a group, a class, maybe up to 5 people, so it doesn't get too crazy. And I have all the details at davidtrigg.com/getyourfireback. davidtrigg.com/getyourfireback. Or you can just email me, trig@davidtrigg, and we can talk about it. I can give you details. You can tell me about your life, what you're dealing with, and we can see if this is the right thing for you. Because I want it to be helpful. I want it to be something that is going to benefit your life. And I want it to be easy, not too much time or too much of too stressful for you. I want it to be like my sister and I just talking and helping each other out. And I always say, man, sister, I owe you $1 million because you're helping me so much. So sometimes I give her things and send her a few bucks, and we get mad and we get together again, and just normal brother-sister stuff. But I'm telling you, what she does for me is priceless. And I hope that what I do for her also is good. So go to my page, davidtrey.com/get your fire back. Get your fire back. And check out what I've written there and see if it's helpful, if it's interesting to you. And then, or just email me, trig@davidtrey.com, or DM me on Instagram @davidtrig, and just send me a DM and say, hey, I want to know more about your program and how to get in it and all that stuff. And so, yeah, I encourage you to check it out. Let's not do this alone. It starts now. It'll go for 3 months, is a 3-month commitment. And so I encourage you to get connected now. The deadline is August 1st. So you have about 12 days here to make up your mind, think about it, and don't think about it too much. Just think about who you want to be, how you're tired of having your fire be out, and how you want to become yourself once again, to remember who you are, who you used to be, and to not lose that fire. And to, when people say, hey, what happened to you? You used to be so fun. You used to be so optimistic, and you feel like, man, you're right, I've lost it. Instead of you saying, yeah, I'm sorry, you can say, you know what? Yeah, I lost it, but I'm working on it. And here's what I'm doing. So davidtrey.com/get your fire back. Or you can just go to davidtrey.com/coaching. I think both of them go to the same page. Or just email me, trig@davidtrey.com, and say, hey, I'd like to talk about how to get my fire back. And let's get started. Let's talk. Let's help each other out. See what we can do. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Oh, by the way, it is in Spanish and English. Adios.